right, we are working on elimination, solving equations with elimination. This is level 2, so these are going to be ones that are not set up all the way for you. So if we look at our examples, our first equation is negative 5x minus 4y equals negative 19. Second equation is negative 2x minus 6y equals 10. So when we look into add these, that's going to give us negative 7x, and that's going to give us negative 10y, and those aren't going to add out, okay? When that happens, I'm going to look and see if I can multiply one of the equations by something so that the coefficients match, except one's positive and one's negative, right? Sometimes you have to multiply both. So I'm looking for like the least common multiple of 2 and 5, right? So you're thinking of your multiples of 2. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're looking at our multiples of 5, 5, 10. Okay, so 10 would be our least common multiple. So in this example, we're actually going to have to multiply both equations by something, and that's okay. So I'm going to take this first equation here. I'm going to multiply it by positive 2. If I multiply it by positive 2, that's going to give me a negative 10x here. Okay? Because I'm choosing for this to be a negative 10x, I need to multiply this second equation by negative 5. Okay? I could have flipped those. I could have multiplied this first one by negative 2 and the second one by positive 5, and it would have worked out as well. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply everything in that first equation by 2. I'm going to pay attention to negative signs too. So this becomes negative 10x minus 8y equals negative 38. Okay, I'm going to multiply everything in that second equation by negative 5. So now we're going to be flipping some signs here. So this is positive 10x, positive 30y, and negative 50. Okay, we're going to take our two equations. We're going to add them up, and we want a variable to cancel out. Bam! Okay, the x's cancel each other out. Negative 8y plus 30y is going to be 22y positive because the 30 was bigger and it was positive. Both negative here, so when we add those together, we add them, keep the sign, so that's going to be 88. We're going to divide both sides by 22 because that's what's in front of y. Y is going to equal negative 4 because 22 goes into negative 88, negative 4 times. We're not finished yet. Remember, we got to take this negative 4, substitute it back into one of the two originals to figure out what x is. Again, you want to use it into one of the original equations just in case we made a multiplication mistake here. Okay, really doesn't make a difference which one we're going to put in, so I'm just going to use the first equation. So negative 5x minus 4 times negative 4 equals negative 19. Negative 4 times negative 4, positive 16. We're going to subtract or add negative 16. I like to add negative 16 so I make less integer mistakes. So negative 5x equals negative 35. We're going to divide both sides by negative 5. X is going to equal positive 7. Now we've got our coordinate point. So our answer here is going to be 7, negative 4. Okay, remember x comes first, y comes second. Okay, that was the first example in this video. Example 2. Okay, similar concept. 9x plus 12y equals 27. 8x plus 4y equals 24. If I were to add these two equations, there's nothing that's going to add out. So I want to figure out if I can get away with just multiplying one of the equations by something. So again, the coefficients match, but one's positive, one's negative, right? I'd prefer to multiply one equation. If not, we can multiply both equations like that other example. Okay? So when we look at this, it's going to be easiest to get the y's to head out. The reason for that is because 4 can go into 12 3 times. So if I take this second equation, and I don't want to just multiply it by 3, because 3 is going to give me 12y. And remember that this is already positive 12, so we need this to be negative 12. So we're going to multiply by negative 3. Okay? I like to rewrite the first equation again, just so they're together. Multiplying everything in this equation by negative 3. So we got to pay attention to negative signs. We're probably writing too small for you guys to see there. Okay, negative 24x plus negative 12y equals negative 72. Okay, so positive and a negative. When we add those together, it's going to be a negative 15x. Pow! Those 12s head out because you have a 12y and you have a negative 12y. 27 and negative 72, they're opposite, so they really subtract. And 72 is bigger, so it's going to be negative 45. Isolate the variable, we're going to divide by negative 15. X is going to equal 3. Yeah, not finished. We got to go back and we're going to put 3 into one of the original equations. Okay? So 9 times 3 plus 12y equals 27. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 12y equals 27. Now we're going to start isolating the variable and getting y by itself. So we're going to subtract 27 from both sides. 12y equals 0. So we're going to divide by 12. Y is going to equal 0. So our answer here is 3, 0 for this equation. Okay? One more example. Okay, we're going to make it just a little bit harder. And if you can't see the back of this camera, but my son has been doing tic-tac dance moves in the back, so he makes me feel right at home, just like it is when we're in the classroom together. All right. Last example. 4x equals negative 25 minus 3y. Negative 5x minus 3y equals 29. Okay? With this one, there's one extra step. So now if we look at things, right? You have the x's that line up. Our y's aren't lined up in the same spot, and so it doesn't work. So we got to just rearrange the equation a little bit, right? It helps if both variables are on the same side together. They don't have to be, right? So I could move the y over here. So I'm going to add 3y to both sides. I don't know if you can hear that. My daughter is moving some chairs upstairs. All right. 4x plus 3y equals negative 25. Negative 5x minus 3y equals 29. Sweet. When we look at this problem, our y's, same coefficient, opposite, right? We've got a positive and a negative. This one's now set up, right? 4x plus negative 5x is negative 1x. 3y minus 3y, bam, that's gone. That's what we need to happen. Negative 25 plus 29 is 4. Okay? I'm not solving for negative x, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 1 or multiply by negative 1. X is going to equal 4. We're going to take that. We're going to go substitute it back into one of those original equations to figure out what y is. So let's use the second one, just because on all these examples I've used the first one. Negative 5 times 4, because that's what we got for x, minus 3y equals 29. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. Again, We're just trying to isolate the y. We're trying to get y by itself. So we're going to add 20 to both sides. Negative 3y equals 49. We're going to divide by negative 3. 3 goes into 4 once. 3 is not going into 19. So where's our mistake? Back here, ladies and gentlemen, right? I told you just pay attention to negative signs. We divided by a negative 1. Positive divided by negative is a negative, right? So when we're trying to figure things out, you could get decimals, but again, I said we weren't working on decimal ones yet. So we got to go back because my 4 would have been negative, which would make this positive, right? So that's what happens when I make a mistake. We go back and we fix things. Now we're subtracting 20. So instead of 49 here, I should have had a 9. Okay? So y is going to equal negative 3. So we write our answer out. So this one's negative 4, negative 3. Okay, thank you for watching and good luck with your assignment. See you later.